Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this lecture, I'm going to explain you a PIR sensor, and in this particular experiment, we are going to use a PIR sensor, a relay, a bulb and a power supply. And in this experiment, we are going to turn on and off the bulb by using the PIR sensor. First of all, you need to log in into your Tinkercad account. So go to tinkercad.com, log in as a student, and then after you will be directed in this type of the page. Once you will be directed in this page, go to designs and then click on create and then go to circuits. Now you will be directed to the page wherein you need to create the circuit and you need to write code. So this is our workspace wherein we are going to create our circuit and we are going to write the code in the Tinkercad account. So first of all, what we are going to do is you need to remember what type of the devices we are going to use in this particular experiment. In this particular experiment, we are going to use one Arduino, one relay, one bulb, and a PIR sensor. So let's start making the circuit. Go to the component section and search for the Arduino. Select a particular Arduino, drag and drop on your workspace. Now the next component that we are going to select is the relay. Select the relay SPDT. Again, drag and drop that relay. The next component that we are going to search is the bulb. Find the light bulb. Drag and drop somewhere on your circuit. Now we want to use the AC bulb, so we need to have the power supply. So now search for the AC power supply. You will find this AC power supply. Drag and drop that too. Now it's time to select our sensor, and that is PIR sensor. Select the PIR sensor, drag and drop somewhere like this. Now it's time to create the circuit. It's very easy, but you need to remember few things. First of all, we are going to connect our bulb with the relay and the power supply. So to connect the bulb, you can see here the bulb is having two terminals, terminal 2 and terminal 1. So first of all, the terminal 2 of the bulb need to be connected with the ground terminal of the power supply, and to do so we will make the circuit like this. Here you can see I am connecting the terminal 2 of the bulb with the negative terminal of the power supply. Now the positive terminal of the power supply need to be connected to the terminal 6 of the relay. So in this way I am going to connect it with the terminal 6 of the relay. Now the positive terminal of the power supply need to be connected to terminal 12 of the relay. So in this way I will connect this to terminal 12 of the power supply, and this is positive, so we will change the color of the same and will make it red. Now the terminal 1 of the bulb need to be connected with the terminal 6 of the relay. So terminal 1 of the bulb need to be connected with terminal 6 of the relay like this, and this is also positive terminal, so I will make the color as red only. So here we have connected our bulb. The terminal 2 of the bulb is connected with the negative terminal of the power supply. The positive terminal of the power supply is connected with terminal 12 of the relay. Now the terminal 6 of the relay is connected with the terminal 1 of the bulb. In this way the bulb is connected with the power supply AC and with a relay. Now you will ask me a question that why we are using the relay here. So the simple answer is the Arduino device that we are using normally operates at plus 5 volt or 3.5 volt of the power supply. But when we are using the electrical bulb, that requires minimum 20 to 40 volts or more than that. So our Arduino device is not capable enough to provide the required power supply or the voltage to the bulb. So that's why we need to connect it directly with the power supply, that is AC power supply. This is the first reason. The second reason is the bulb operates on AC signal and Arduino operates on DC signal. And because of that, if we will give the DC output to the bulb is not going to function. That is the second reason. The third reason is if we will connect the bulb with the power supply, including the Arduino, the power supply, AC power supply has a higher voltage and our Arduino works at 5-volt power supply. So in that way, if we'll connect the Arduino with the AC power supply, our Arduino will burst. So these are the reasons. Because of that, we need to use the relay circuit. Relay is just like a switch which acts between the power supply and the bulb. And as the instruction comes from the Arduino, the relay accordingly switches on or switches off the circuit and the bulb will be connected with the power supply. So this is the connection between the bulb, the power supply and the relay. But now there is no connection between the relay and the Arduino. That we need to do, we are going to connect the remaining terminals like terminal 8, terminal 1, terminal 5 with our Arduino. And to do so, first of all, we are going to connect the terminal 5. The terminal 5 need to be connected with the ground terminal. So here let me change the color of the cable and I'm going to connect the terminal 5 with the ground terminal like this. So I'll take the ground terminal which is available at the bottom of my Arduino like this. So terminal 5 we have connected with the ground terminal of the Arduino. Now the terminal 8 will be connected to any of the digital input of the Arduino. And to do that, I am going to connect the terminal 8 with pin number 2. It is not necessary that I need to connect it with pin number 2. If you want, you can connect it with any other digital input terminal. Okay. So there is no necessity that we need to connect the terminal 8 of the relay to the terminal 2 of the Arduino only. In place, we can connect in any of the digital pin of the Arduino. So in this way, we have connected the 4 pins of relay between the Arduino, bulb and power supply. So this is the connection of this. If you want to check, let's check how it functions without the PIR sensor. So let's go to the code and delete the all available signal. And here the circuit is quite simple. I'll use set pin. I have connected it with pin number 2 to high. Then wait for 1 second. So go to control section, then go to control section and find the weight. And then the next, again, go to the output section, use set pin number 2 to low, and again control section, wait for 1 second. Let's see how it functions. Start simulation. So my bulb is glowing. You can see here. Now here we have written the code in such a way that it is functioning without any automation. It means it is not detecting anything. It is simply working on the basis of what input we are giving on digital pin of the Arduino. Now to automate this, we need to connect our PIR sensor, and based on the input on the PIR sensor, we are going to operate the bulb. So let's start and make the circuit for that. So I will stop the simulation here, and now we are going to make the circuit for the PIR sensor. So here, if you will see, the PIR sensor has 3 different terminals. The first terminal is the ground, the second one is the power, and the third one is the signal. So let's connect the circuit. The ground terminal of the PIR sensor will connect it with the ground terminal of the Arduino like this. Let me put it in green. Now the power supply of the PIR sensor need to be connected with the 5-volt power supply of the Arduino like this. I have connected here. Let me change the color to the red because it is power supply, and the signal pin can be connected with any of the digital input pin. Here I am connecting it with pin number 6. It is not necessary that you need to connect it with pin number 6. If you want, you can connect it with any of the digital pin except pin number 2 because already that has been used. So the connection is ready now. We have connected our PIR sensor. We have connected the bulb using the relay and power supply. Now it's time to write the program, and let's understand how the circuit is going to function. And here the circuit is going to function like whenever the PIR sensor will detect any movement in the range, then the PIR sensor will instruct the pin number 2 to send high, and accordingly the bulb is going to glow. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Again, I am explaining the same thing. We are going to detect the motion using the PIR sensor. When the PIR sensor will detect the motion, the PIR sensor will give the information to the microcontroller of the Arduino. And when the microcontroller of the Arduino will come to know that there is some motion detected by the PIR sensor, the microcontroller of the Arduino will give high value to pin number 2 so that the bulb can glow. So let's start writing the code for the same. So let's move to the code section. Now, what we need to do is, we know that whenever we are using any type of the sensor, we need to declare some variable. So I'm going to first create a variable, and let me give the variable name as PIR sensor. This is my variable name, PIR sensor. I have created the variable name. Now use the set PIR sensor to some pin number. Use this particular code, and here I'm going to set the pin number. PIR sensor I have connected here with the pin number 6. So I'm going to use that, and for that go to the input section and take read digital pin. So drag and drop here in place of 0, read digital pin, and we have connected it with pin number 6. So change the number from 0 to pin number 6. Now what this particular code is going to do is, it will set the variable PIR sensor to the digital pin, and whatever value on the digital pin, the digital pin 6, the PIR sensor will receive, that will be stored on the variable PIR sensor. Now what we are going to do is, we based on the value received on digital pin 6, we are going to operate the bulb, and for that simply go to control section, use the if else condition. So here I have the if else condition, drag and drop that, and then we need to put the condition on what condition we are going to perform switch on or off the light. And for that go to the mathematical tool and select this terminal 1 less than or equals to 1. This particular diamond box will take and drag and drop here in between. Here we are using a logic that if the PIR sensor value is more than 0, then the bulb needs to glow, and otherwise the bulb will be in off condition. So go to the variable, take the PIR sensor, drag and drop here, and then after change this if it is greater than 0. So change the value. Then when the PIR sensor is greater than 0 value, then what we need to do, we need to create the bulb in on condition. We need to switch the bulb in on condition. So go to the output section, take set pin number 0 to high or something to high. Here we can see that we have connected the bulb at pin number 2. So change the value to pin number 2 to high, And then if you want to put some wait condition, then you can put that wait condition also, wait for 1 second or maybe for 2 seconds, and then after it will be switched off. So again go to output, same, set pin number 2, and this time it will be low, and then again wait for some time, that is maybe wait for 1 second and then switch it off. Now we'll see how it functions. So start the simulation. You can see here in this particular moment there is nothing, the circuit is doing nothing. The bulb here, you can see the bulb is in off state. Now we are going to give some input to the PIR sensor. So I'm clicking here, you can see, let me go down so that I can show you the entire diagram. So here when I click on above the PIR sensor here, then it will show at the top. Now I am going to move something so that the PIR sensor is going to detect some movement like this. So you can see here when I'm moving, it detected the movement and accordingly the bulb glows. If the movement is detected by the sensor, then the bulb will glow, otherwise the bulb will be kept in the off condition. The timing here I have set, you can see on the code section, for 2 seconds. So when some movement is detected, the bulb will get on only for 2 seconds. Based on our requirement where we are putting in our application, we can change this timing to 10 seconds, 15 seconds or more than that.